Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list for Tuesday, the 17th of July. Hi, I'm going to go over a couple of calls that we made in the service real quick with you, and then we'll get into that stocks to watch list and some of the news that came out after the bell tonight. We called IQ over 35.55, stop 35.20. That was at 9:41 a.m. this morning. IQ over 35.55. This is the chat room. It gets typed into the chat room. Also alerted over the microphone. IQ over 35.55. There's your trigger, and the stock went all the way up to $36.70. All right, so over a $1 gainer on that one. Another alert that we did in the service today was Cali. Cali, we called this over at 9:48 a.m. Eastern Time. Cali over 307, 295 stop. So Cali, and you're looking at a 2-minute chart on Cali. So right here, it triggers over 307, and the stock continued to move up to $5. All right, so Cali, here's your entry. 295 stop. Never stopped us out. This was the trigger candle right here. And up, and away we went up to $5. We sell on the way up on Cali. So a very nice gainer there. And we also are a swing trade service. One of the swing trades that we alerted today was Bank America, BAC. Here's Bank America swing trade entry between 29.30, 29.40, stop break of 27.50. So we're currently in Bank America and BAC, and I'll just show you on the 2-minute chart. All right, so the entry on this was 29.30, so right around in this area. Now I'm looking at daily charts and weekly charts, and we got a beautiful push up in Bank America, and we actually sold some of this, but we still have a little some position left in Bank America, and we're going to try to hold this one for a bit longer. Let me show you the daily chart now. So there's your action in Bank America. They had earnings today, so earnings are out of the way, and the banks were very strong today. Banks very strong, nice move up here in the XLF. One of the strongest sectors in the markets today. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the indexes today. The Nasdaq was down about 20. A lot of that had to do with Amazon. Today is their Prime Day. It started today, and they had some glitches with their website for Amazon Prime. So Amazon was actually down today. Let's take a look at Amazon real fast. Yeah, Amazon selling off here into the close as they're having some glitches with their service and website tonight. So that one not helping the Nasdaq. Let's go back to our index watch. We all had the Dow was up about 45 points. Most of that was in Boeing. A lot of orders came into Boeing from their the air show there, and Boeing moving up about 1.5%. So that helped the Dow continue to move up today. So the Dow closed up 45 points. Let's continue down. The IWM was down about 65 cents on the IWM. The silver was down. Also, we have, well, I'll get into Netflix in a moment. That's some of the news for after hours. USO oil was down today. Oil was down almost, well, about down over 4% on oil. So oil trading at $68.06 per barrel. USO, the ETF, was also down about 4% right here going across for oil. Trading now at 13.94 for the USO. So the big winner today, though, was the XLF up almost 2%. And then as far as the other indices, mostly in the red. The VIX made a 5% move today, but still has a 12 handle on it for the VIX. And that's about it. The SPY, let's go to our daily chart. Pretty much in a very narrow range today. Not a lot of volume. About 48 million shares. But like I said, we got a couple of nice trades in the morning. Highlighted some of the bigger trades that we got today in Cali, Bank America. We also got a trade in Square. We got a trade, like I mentioned, in IQ. We also got a trade in MU. At the close, towards the close, we got a trade in ZS. ZS, we alerted that one over 41.05 with a 480 stop, and the stock moved up to about 41.40 or so. So about a 35, 40 cent move in that one. All right, so that was some of the alerts today in the room. That's some of your news. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the news that came out after the bell. Netflix had earnings after the bell, and let me go to get my news service, courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. A very good news service, very affordable price, audio news throughout the day. We use them within my service, and they keep us up to date with what's happening with the markets and whatnot. So as mentioned, the big name after the bell was Netflix, and that stock basically taken a big pullback. Now this thing has run. I'll show you the weekly on this in a moment. But Netflix, the reason it was down, basically the subscriber account, the new subscriber count. It seems like they didn't add enough new subscribers, so that's the excuse they're using in this sell-off. Over $50 on Netflix, almost $60 now on Netflix in the after hours. You can see the sell-off going on there. So this was down. Let's see if there was anything else. CARB announces proposed public offering. So CARB down in the after hours. Let's see if there was anything else. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of news after the bell tonight. Let's see. GBR had some news. They were up in the after hours. GBR New Concept Energy receives extension from NYSE regulation. So they got an extension. Stock was moving up on that in the after hours. KTOV, 2.5 million ADS shelf filed on KTOV, and that was after the bell tonight. Cars.com and the Washington Post agreed to immediate conversion of affiliate market. So let's see if there's anything going on with cars. Not too much in the after hours. BLCM announces departure of chief financial officer. That's usually not a good thing. Not affecting the stock too much in BLCM after the bell. So that's the big story though, was the Netflix earnings, and also throughout the day, Amazon had some glitches on their website. I believe they still are having some glitches, so that was moving Amazon down today for the NASDAQ. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the banks today. The action, like I said, we're long Bank America. We have a swing trade going in this. Now we've taken a little bit off the plate here, so we can hopefully enjoy another further run up in Bank America. JP Morgan had a very nice day. Nice candle there. Nice closing candle. Citigroup also with a nice strong candle here. Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs getting a new CEO now. So Goldman Sachs has their new CEO. Goldman Sachs pushing up to the 50 SMA. PNC Bank moving up nicely today. WFC, Wells Fargo also getting back above the 200 SMA. So the whole story today was about the banks on this very narrow range in the SPY today. Let's look at the SPY on an intraday chart. Let me blow this up for you a little bit, make that a little bit bigger. So here was the SPY in the pre-market, right? They gap it up. Then we sold off a little bit in the pre-market. We had some economic numbers come out. Then on the open, it was basically moving the SPY down. We came down to this 278.85 level, this green line you see right there. And then underneath that, we have like this cluster here. We're looking at a 5-minute chart, and that puts us at 278.50. So that's some of your levels to watch. We bounced here off the 278.85, nice push up. Once again, we came down to the 278.85 level. We moved up again, and then now in after hours, after the Netflix earnings, we came right back down to this level again, and they moved it right back up. Right now, we're at around the 55 EMA, still below VWAP in the after hours on the SPY, but that was basically the range on the SPY today. Still trying and testing below this 280 level, 2800 on the cash, SPX. So the SPY, this 280 level is giving us some issues right now, and we're kind of consolidating below it. I'll show you that on the daily chart. Here's the daily chart of the SPY. And you see we're still above the 5 EMA on the SPY, still above these fast moving averages, just basically consolidating underneath this 280. And like I said, the XLF was the place to be today. Nice move up. Now, even with the low volume in the SPY, like I said, we got some nice trades today. You just had to be in the right spots. MU, like I said, gave us a good bounce this morning, a good pop. IQ gave us a nice move. There was Cali. We did not get a trade in this MTSL today, just wickedly strong. And here's MTSL, huge move here on MTSL. But like I tell my folks in the room, do not chase these stocks. As you can see on this 5-minute chart, it was very whippy as it got closer to that $6. Then it pops up just under 650, and then the sell-off begins in MTSL. So that was the action in that one. And then Cali also. Now we got in here, and timing is everything, as they say, right? So we got in over this consolidation here for the nice move up. We were selling into the strength, and then after that, basically, Cali sold off for the rest of the day. So that's the action in some of the smaller names. You know, you see these big pushes up, and then they gave it all back. So just be aware of that if you're trading these smaller names. You know, take your profits on the way up. Don't get married to these little ones right now, and you know, you'll be just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that watch list for tonight. First one up, and you're looking at a daily chart. AMD fits and starts right under this 17 area right here. We had a high back here of 1734, then 1729. So keep an eye on this AMD over this 17 area if that one wants to get going. Semis have been a little bit soft. Kind of taking a break, you know, not terrible action in the semis, just not, you know, right now below the 50 and above the 200. So in this very narrow section right here between the two moving averages, and, you know, the leaders like NVIDIA kind of taking a break right now, holding over the 10 SMA, but under the 50 SMA. So, you know, just be aware of that. But AMD, you know, some good strength. Now, Bitcoin, AMD is connected with Bitcoin, right? Their servers are used for mining Bitcoin. So there was a nice move up in Bitcoin. I believe BlackRock said BlackRock is a financial firm. BLK said that they were interested in getting involved, I believe, with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin with a big move up today, coming up to the 50 SMA on Bitcoin. This chart courtesy of TradingView on Bitcoin. So maybe AMD, that will help AMD. ARC volume today 1.9 million. Document Solutions, the stock has been trending down. It's kind of like that falling wedge, and then you get that big pop up. So we'll see if this wants to do anything tomorrow. Also, DPW will be on watch tomorrow. Speaking of Bitcoin, right? 4.4 million shares came into DPW. So maybe Bitcoin stocks are going to be back into play. All right. So DPW is also involved with the not servers but processors, I believe, for Bitcoin. A little bit out of my league on that, but I know they're connected with Bitcoin and mining of Bitcoin and whatnot. So 4.4 million shares came in on DPW, so keep this one on watch for tomorrow. ANRC had some news with Boeing today. They popped that one, just couldn't get through 20 today, but nice gap up below this 20, pulled back a little bit. This one will be on watch. Good strength. 16 million shares came into ARNC. ATRS, kind of a cup and handle. Medical instruments, a cup with a handle, has that 275. Now volume is, a little bit lower than I would like here. I'd like to see some volume, but if we get up over this 275, you could get maybe a continuation move. Keep an eye on that. Triple CL, a China name, about over 600,000 shares, came up to this 190, 195 spot, pulled back, but keep Triple CL on watch for tomorrow. Intraday mover, perhaps. Dare. Once again, popped and gave it back, but tomorrow's another day, and so this one had 3.6 million shares come into it on DARE. Biotechs have been pretty strong, the small ones. DFBG. Now this one, right, we have these nice moves here back in the June 27th. Then we had another nice move on the 5th of July, and not much selling off here, right? Buyers keep showing up around this $5 spot on DFBG, so keep this one on watch. DPW we mentioned. EDAP, nice turn here on EDAP. Volume about 495,000 shares. Has that 350 number. 351 was the high on EDAP. And nice move up. Would like to see more volume come in. GBR had that news after the bell. So it popped up to about $4, then gave it back on this name, but we'll keep it on watch just in case. GII, I should say. After popping after their earnings here, it's pulled back and it's been holding around this 43 level, holding the 50 SMA, trying to turn back up, getting over the 20 SMA. Looks good for a possible swing trade on this name, GII. HEAR, as extended as it may be, but kind of consolidating under this 25 area on HEAR, maybe setting up for another move up. 1.4 million shares trading in this name, so keep HEAR connected with, I guess, the headsets for Fortnite and gaming. HIMX had a call activity in this name today, and so this stock, nice move up, 1.8 million shares, was actually up 4%, a little over 4% for today, and so HIMX in the semiconductor space, turning the corner back over the 50 SMA. ICE. Holding up pretty well here. ICE, Intercontinental Exchange. So this one will be on watch. The high today was 75.36, so 75. Let's see, 75.38 was another high. So maybe over this 75.50 might get ICE moving. IDXG. Volume 1.6 million. It's an under $1 name that became an over $1 name. You see where my line is around that 104, 105 spot, and right around that 200 SMA is where we came up to today. The green line you see on my chart, which is at 104. So maybe 105, 106. Keep an eye on this one intraday tomorrow. IQ will be looking for another move in this name perhaps tomorrow. Has that 37 number up above. So we got a nice trade in that today. IZEA. Now here's a name that what was it on the 12th, Thursday? We had this big move up, big volume. Now we've got a two-stick pullback here. Couldn't get back above the 100 SMA, but we are holding above this 5 EMA here. So maybe if this one can clear, let's say 195 or so, you might get that $2 break. So keep an eye on IZEA. KBSF, now very low volume, 200,000 shares, but all right, but we are holding above the 200, are holding above the 50. We're getting over the 100 SMA. The high today, 545. As you can see, there were a lot of topping shadows. Not a favorite because of this very low volume, but anything can get volume. So keep an eye on that one if you're interested. Cores, still hanging in there on cores. You can kind of see the triangle here, the coiling, and needs to get up over that 68 area on KORS. Morgan Stanley, this one looks good. It's starting to round back up. So watch this one if it can take out that 49 area on Morgan Stanley. NTNX holding up very well here, holding above the 50 SMA. On that name, PED was moving up today during the intraday session. Then it went sideways. Then into the close, we had this move up, and we got over 205 in the after hours. So PED might be one to watch. 2 million shares came into this little oil and gas play. PVTL software company, recent IPO, has that 26 level up ahead, so I'll be watching that. Shack came out of this consolidation here, starting to turn back up, maybe over 66 or so on Shack, could get going. TLGT has this $4 number, 410 area up ahead on TLGT, volume about 455,000 shares. It is holding above the 200 SMA. VKTX, another biotech name, has this rounding bottom here. We held a couple of bottoms at about 950, 960 area. So turning back up. Keep an eye on this one. Maybe you get that $11 break in VKTX. And then lastly, ZS. All right, ZS, another software stock underneath that 42. The high today on this name was 41.43. We are holding the 5 EMA, holding above 40, about 800,000 shares, recent IPO, so we'll keep an eye on this one. Could get a possible swing trade in this name, Zscaler ZS. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and if you'd like to try my service, look at my website, zozostockwatch.com. You get a very nice discount for your first month. Hope to see you in the service. All right, if you like these videos, if you feel they're helping you out, hit the subscribe button, hit the buttons on the bottom there, the thumbs up, the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, retweet them, whatever you'd like to do. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Hope you have a good day trading tomorrow. We'll be back with another video tomorrow night for you.